Alrighty folks, Warzone has had a whole variety of glitches in its life so far, some just a minor nuisance and others which are literally game breaking. Some of them have even had many returns like some sort of villain in a movie sequel, and since we're coming to the end of the Verdansk era of Warzone, I wanted to take a look at the worst glitches in Warzone history, starting with the earliest glitch I can remember, which was specific to PC users, and that is this eyesore borderline demonic weapon texture glitch. From what I can remember, this glitch would occur semi-randomly on players' loadout weapons with camos equipped, and the visual effect could range from a tiny line sticking out the barrel to basically your full screen being taken over from what appears to be something symbiotic in nature. This was one of those glitches that was only funny to see the first time, and then after that it was game ruining, especially if you were on some good kills before getting your glitched loadout texture. I believe that this glitch did rear its ugly head a couple times before it was vanquished for good. Next up we have the stim glitch, which is so infamous I can hear many viewers' blood pressure rising as they hear those words, and remember the Warzone victories they were cheated out of by players abusing this glitch. Now it is known as the stim glitch, but what it is essentially is an infinite equipment glitch, because on rare occasions people would actually also use this glitch to infinitely spam stun grenades at players, which was equally infuriating. But if the players were successful in activating this glitch for infinite stim shots, then it was basically a guaranteed win. Since this glitch has appeared so many times, the method for doing it has differed slightly, but from this tutorial I found for this version, it involved having a frag grenade in whatever tactical you wanted infinite supply of, aka stim. You'd throw the grenade at the wall, pick it back up, drop your guns, and then pick them back up while still holding the grenade, and for whatever reason that rewarded you with infinite stims, aka infinite health. Now people would sit in the gas and do this for half an hour. I'm not even kidding. I've inspected 2 players abusing this glitch, battling it out for over 40 minutes. Like, imagine doing this glitch for 40 minutes just to loot us. What waste of your life. I think you had to be a different level of sad to use this glitch, although I was a different level of happy whenever I managed to kill these wannabe stim glitchers. If you get a bounty in the early game and saw it's in the gas, then you knew you had to do something to bring balance to the Warzone universe. That was extremely satisfying. But like I said though, this glitch has returned multiple times, although I believe it has been patched for good. I remember there being calls to make the gas do more damage as time goes on to make the stims irrelevant for this. Here's a literal game breaking glitch that admittedly I actually found quite funny, simply because of how simple yet devastating it was. To end a game of Warzone for every player in the game, all you had to do was grab a vehicle, drive it into this ravine area next to lumber, go out of bounds in this specific spot, and that's it. The out of bounds timer wouldn't count down, and at this point the game is frozen for everyone, and it's only a matter of time before the lobby self-destructs. That's I've never seen a more basic but game-breaking glitch before. For this one, since it required a more in-depth patch than just a hotfix, Raven actually had to remove vehicles from the game until this was sorted. The pacing of the game took a bit of a hit back then, but at least we could play without worrying if the server was going to freeze at any stage. Speaking of removing vehicles, there's not been a vehicle removed more times than this helicopter equipped with turrets, although I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the more casual players don't even know this has existed in Warzone, because it's genuinely only ever been in the game for hours at a time before it's removed. I seriously doubt these helis have even been in the game for more than 24 hours put together. And why do they keep getting removed? Well, they have a really bad habit of letting players turn themselves invisible, which is obviously a major issue. I think there has been a few invisibility glitches in Warzone's history, but this one is the most infamous in my opinion. All you had to do was throw a Molotov at the passenger seat of the heli, burn a little, and then switch to the gunner seat just before you get downed, and then once you're revived you are indeed invisible and free to torment the lobby. Do bear in mind that they weren't invincible but just invisible. These players could still die, but I mean, good luck trying to kill one of these translucent bastards in a game. And it's not just the helis that have been removed to save us from this, the armoured trucks have been guilty for it too, but the fact that they've been in the game since makes you think that they have fixed it for these and just abandoned the helicopter turrets for good. Probably for the best. If you're one of the 20% of unsubscribed viewers watching this, please hit that subscribe button if you love all things Warzone, and stay tuned for plenty more videos like this, but we're not done yet. There's been a plethora of under the map or in the map glitches in Verdansk time, some more infuriating than others depending on where they are able to be done. If the end game circle happens to land right on one and there's some cretins inside the map, then you can kiss that victory goodbye. Just off the top of my head, I remember a few of these hanging around the airport. You could get inside part of the inaccessible side of the train station, and even just sometimes you could lay prone and then clip inside some terrain. There's various methods for these glitches too. I've seen them often requiring vehicles, especially the motorbikes. They're quite notorious for allowing players to get where they shouldn't be. One of the most devastating Warzone glitches of all time was the infinite juggernaut glitch, because if a full team of semi-decent players got this going, then it's game over for everyone else. This was back when you could get a juggernaut drop from the underground Easter egg. Fair enough, 1 jug was a good reward, but 4? That's a bit overkill. I used to remember dreading hearing the sound of the enemy juggernaut being called in, then the anxious wait to hear if another 3 are going to be called in. It was painfully easy to do as well. That's what made it so enticing for these ne'er-do-wells, as all you needed was the jug marker, of course, and a kill streak like a cluster strike in your inventory. You just had to time activating the juggernaut streak with swapping it with the streak on the ground, and if you spammed it enough times, eventually it will give you an extra juggernaut. Thankfully, we haven't actually seen this since, because you can't actually get juggernaut drops like this anymore. Please leave a like on the video and let me know your most hated glitch in Warzone, and if you're guilty of using any of these in the past. Come on, come clean. Also, click the video on your screen right now if you want to watch me analyse the most broken weapons in Warzone history.